Hey, it's Jones Loflin, helping you make the best choices with your time so you can thrive. If you've followed my work for any amount of time, you know that I just love honeybees and beekeeping. I'm fascinated by every aspect of the life cycle of these insects. That extends to where they live. This is a rack from an empty beehive, and if you'll notice, there are all these hexagons that are side by side on the rack where they raise their brood, where they store pollen and nectar, and yes, create honey. Why a hexagon? It's the most efficient shape they could use across this rack. There are no gaps. It uses the least amount of material to hold the most weight. It's efficient in every way. I think there are oftentimes structures that we need to get better at creating in our day if we're not going to waste our most precious resource, which is our time. If you're thinking about what structures you might want to improve on, let me give you 3 possibilities. The first one is improving the structure of managing email. I am amazed at how many people are still letting email take up so much of their time and waste their time because they're jumping in and out of email. I was at a conference recently and I was asking some of the participants, how many times do you check your email a day? Some people were saying 15, 18. One person didn't want to respond. Another person said 3. People looked at him like he had 3 heads when he said that. He's also one of the most successful people in the company. Why? Because he's figured out how to be more efficient with his email so he can work on those other things. The second place I think we can all improve in structures is in how we manage other people. Think about how often meetings go too long because there isn't the right agenda, or you haven't formulated the questions or the outcomes that you want for that meeting. It's important to create as many structures as possible so both people involved, if it's a one-on-one meeting, know what to expect and no time is wasted. A third place I think we can all improve in structure so that we don't waste time is in our evening routines. I don't know about you, but if I structure my evening correctly and have the right activities and have a consistent time that I go to bed and a couple other things, I wake up the next day ready to take on the day in a whole different way than if I just kind of let the evening unfold as it will and wind up wasting a lot of valuable time. This is Jones Loflin. I hope it's a fantastic week for you where you create some hexagon structures in your week. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today in the Jones Zone.